Hey, hi everyone. This is Sai from Let's Upgrade. So let's talk about how to get your certificate. It's very simple. You will see two links in the description. Number one is the place where you have to go and mark your attendance. Marking your attendance tells us, like, okay, you are a legit student who have attended this particular session. Link number two is your assignment. This is where your 90% of the priority is. You have to go and submit the assignment that is given to you in this particular session. Once you're done submitting that assignment, we will be evaluating that. We will send you an email. If you get the passing criteria, then only we will give you the certificate on a particular date that is mentioned again in the description. Please check these three things, and this is the way how you will get a certificate from Let's Upgrade. Number one, mark your attendance. Number two, just go ahead and upload your assignment. Check for the email that you have received it, yes or no. What is the feedback that you have received from your trainer? Number three, check on which date the certificates will be released. Thank you. Bye. All the best. Happy learning.
All right, guys. In this particular lecture, what we will be doing is that we will be ideally upload one image file. Basically, it's going to be a image API that we're going to do. So basically, upload that into AWS S3. So for that, we need some prerequisites. Basically, we need an AWS account, and we will need the AWS access key, secret key, and the region and the bucket name. These are four particular parameters that we're going to need. So far what I'm doing is that I'm ideally using fast API, uvicorn, python, multipart, and python.env. So .env is the communication platform which you will be ideally using to connect with is your library to communicate with AWS S3. Now I'll just walk you through the AWS management console. So this is how the AWS management console looks like. And now the point over here is, from where will you ideally get these things. So you first of all need an AWS account for that. Okay. I guess that's something that you guys can do a quick Google search onto. This is how your ideally API key will look like. So if I just go ahead, and you need your access key ID, you need your secret access key, AWS region, and so these are your particular files that you will be particular variables that you will be ideally needing. So once you go into your AWS management console, so this is my management console, and I'm currently signed in as the root user. So I am first going to go into the IAM role, right? So now once I'm going into IAM role, then I'll be going into users, that like the kind of users I have. So I'm going into this. So if you want to create, by the way, if you want to create, you can just go ahead and create a new user as well. So like give the username the way you want. So like I can just go ahead and give Pranay Ghosh, and provide access, user access to the management console. So what sort of access do you want to give? If you are going to give the IAM access, so you need to generate a particular password for it, or a custom password for it. Or if you want to give a particular access type, that is also something that you can do. If you want to just go ahead and click on next, and this will ideally drag you to the management center. And so you have to particularly just go to the management center. And these, like you can see, there are certain steps that are ideally written over here, on how to you ideally specify this thing. Now the point over here is, what I'm going to do is that I already have a particular user created, so I'm not going to repeat all of those particular steps. So once I have this thing, so if you see, I have all the Amazon S3 full access, and I am user change password access. So like these are the two particular accesses that I do have. Okay, and these are the corresponding tags that I do have with me. So now go into my security credentials. Okay, now this is where, I mean, you can ideally go ahead and create a new access key. So if you see, already I have two access keys ideally with me, so I am not going to create. I can just go ahead and deactivate this demo one. I mean, let's go ahead and delete it. Yeah, access key has been deleted. I have to just go ahead and type this thing, AKIA 4ZP 4ZP ZVL76 NFH 7U WSC. So this is something that I'm just going to type. Okay, so I'm just with my lu demo access key, so I can just go ahead and create an access key. So I'll just go ahead and tell you, once you go ahead and create a new access key, you need to choose this application running outside AWS. Okay, click on next, and description, the tag value, like what sort of what is the name of this particular access key that you want to give. So I can just go ahead and give it as lu access key 2, like this, something that I can just go ahead and create a new access key, and it will ideally show me what is the access key, secret access key name, and the access key value. So no worries, I mean, you have an option to download it as a CSV file, so you can just go ahead and download this thing as a CSV file. It will just go ahead and get downloaded like this. Okay, so this is your secret access key, this is your key ID. So this is, I'm going to take this thing up. Right now, go into my AWS access key ID. This is my access key ID, updated one, and this is my secret access key. So I'll just go ahead and change this secret access key with me. Okay, in my environment variable. Now, if you see, my AWS region is AP South 1. So don't worry. I mean, first of all, you won't be able to use this access key because post this video, I will be deleting this. So no access will be there. But that's why I'm ideally showing it to you. So AWS region is AP South 1 because I'm currently selecting that. So I could just go back to my AWS region. So I can just click on done. Okay. And if you see, okay, my default, go to AWS. So it's Asia Pacific, Mumbai. So I'm currently into the AP South 1 location. All right, so that's how you will find it on your management console. Okay, this is a particular thing which is needed. So, and that's how you're going to specify the access key, and this access key should be actually mapped with the um, S3 bucket name. So I'm just gonna first of all create a new S3 bucket name. So you just go to this search tab, click on S3, you get this particular S3. Okay, now, like, I've created a lot of S3. So this is the test bucket that I was ideally using. I can just go ahead and create a new bucket as well. So I'm just going to click on create bucket. Okay, it's a general purpose bucket 2006-26-2. Okay, and I'm just going to keep it as it is, just as it is by default. I'm just going to click on create bucket. So if I go to this new bucket now, 26.2, it's coming u demo bucket 26.2. Go to metadata, properties. So if you see, the default um, region is AP South 1. So I'm just gonna keep this thing. Why am I choosing AP South 1? Is because over here, if you're using the data center of Amazon from India, it is relatively cheaper. Okay, so I'm just going to click on this thing, and this is the bucket that I'm going to use. I'm just gonna copy this particular link from here and go to my code base and just gonna change this thing. Okay, now, so obviously you know what you need to do. I mean, I can just show you that as well. So I'm just gonna deactivate. Okay, so just create a new environment, python minus env2, right? Now let us walk through this particular code base while this installation and all is happening. Something happened, I guess. Okay, so this is there. So now I'm just gonna activate this env2 script, activate, right? I'm just gonna install, pip install requirements.txt. So this is requirement.txt. What are the requirements? So I'm going to use fast API, ubicon, python multiport 3, and python.env. So that's what I'm going to install. So I'm just going to install this thing, this second environment. Meanwhile, it is, the code base is pretty straightforward. You've seen a fast API so far as well. How does it makes? So I'm just making an S3 client where I'm using a Boto3 client class. Specific type of the service that I'm going to use is the S3. Okay, I'm just passing the access key ID, access secret access key, and the region name. That's what I really need. All right, and the bucket name is something that we will need later. So over here, I'm just writing a file that, upload this to S3 bucket. The S3 bucket name over here is this u demo bucket 2026-2. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to upload a file from Postman, and it will ideally come to this. It will try to upload a particular file object, and this is the S3 client object file, and I'm just making the file URI. So technically it's nothing but your HTTP S3 bucket name dot S3 AWS region at Amazon AWS.com / your particular file name. That's what the overall path is going to be, and it will just go ahead, and once that is done, the upload is done, it will just go ahead and return you the state of it and the URL of it. That's what it's going to do. Okay, so the installation is done, and you will find these images in your test image. So if I just go ahead and show you the test images, these are two particular test images that I am using. Okay, this is one image of Sachin Tendulkar, and this is another image of Sachin Tendulkar that I'm going to use. Okay, so what I'm going to do over here is I'm just going to start my UVCon service. So UVCon main app reload, I'm just going to start this thing up. Okay, I'll go. This is how the upload API ideally will look like. You localhost it because it's serving in your localhost, right? HTTP 127.0.0.1. This is something that you can also give. Okay, why have I accidentally turned off? Okay, now / your endpoint is upload. That's what upload endpoint is going to be. Now the file type, the keyword over here, if you see, it's file plus, and it's going to be a file type. It's going to be an upload file type. So I'm going to select form data over here, the method as post, and this I'm going to just gonna select new file from local machine, download, select that image, and make a post request. This is the ideal S3 bucket URI. So I'll just go ahead and open this over here. So let me just open this thing up. Yeah, the access is right. So if I just go back to my S3 bucket, what, go to my S3 bucket. Yeah, the download JPEG is here. I'll just go ahead and, I mean, you can just simply go ahead and download this thing from here itself. You can click on download and we'll start downloading. Let me verify this. Okay, it's the same image. Now with the second image, what I'm going to do is that my server is running, right? So I'm just going to just change this image. Now I'm going to upload. Now come over here and refresh. This is the image that has come up, and I'll just go ahead and download. Let's verify that. Brilliant. So this is pretty much it on how do you ideally upload an image directly to S3. So the main thing is that you need to create an AWS account. So those particular steps will be provided. How do you ideally create the AWS account? How do you ideally create the S3, and how do you manage your particular role? That's something that I've already shown you, and obviously I'll be removing all the service keys that I am ideally using. Just for your visibility, I have shown it in real time. Okay, that's pretty much it from my end. Thank you so much for joining the session. Thank you.